And looks like we're live. Yes, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. And this is going to be a blind playthrough because I never got around to playing this when it was on the Wii U back in the day. So unlike with my Xenogears playthrough, I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Hopefully it's not too different from what I'm used to from the other Xenoblade Chronicles games. First things first, settings from first. Yes, I invert the camera controls. And let's get this show on the road. Hopefully you're as excited to be here as I am, and hopefully I got the stream title right. I remember to change the game, but I think I forgot to change the title of the stream. Oh well, I'll fix it when we finish up. Space. On a ship that is totally not the Eldridge from, Xenogears. Assuredly not. What parallel could there possibly be?
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The Coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space.
All right.
Searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us. Literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface.
Why they got such a hate bone for humanity, man?
Since then, 2 months have passed.
Alrighty. So, 2 months since the crash, and now we are going to make our character. Let's select an avatar. Yep. He's got an evil mustache. Oh dear God. Gmail, stop sending me notifications. Alright, let's go with the default boring guy. We're gonna make a big boy, average boy. We'll make him slightly taller. Okay, the indicators on these color palette things over here does not match the end result at all. Alright, we'll go with the average amount of freckles. And we'll go with the full cheeks. Scars. And the eye slash is a classic. What, no representation for bald guys? Oh God, I hate that haircut. This looks like the kind of character who'd get his ass kicked constantly by the main character. Bring Know-It-All, who also gets his butt kicked a lot. Oh my God. You can give him the idiot cowlick. Oh, we're keeping that. All right. Roots color. Now, what are the tips going to be colored? All of a sudden, I want to give him a pair of scissors. Ooh, there are some neat eye effects here. You'll probably never notice. I do appreciate that there are mirrored versions of each of these face decorations. Or at least most of them. That looks like the kind of tattoo you get to cover up that kind of scar he's got. Actually, I like the level of customization you get for the characters in this. Can't even see that one. This makes me think of Vandercom. Wanna be Joker. Oh, I got it here.
All right, it's on.
We got Yuri Lowenthal.
Huh?
Bryce.
Huh? Let's get this started. Rock and roll. Yeah. Game and set. What? I've been staggered.
They staggered me.
Oh, Dan Warren?
I'm off balance. Hey, I'm off balance.
Fuck yeah, Dan Warren. Let's go with him. Alright, so begin the game with this avatar? Sure. And it looks like I got a viewer already. Alright, let's see.
External access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
You'd think that stasis pods would have you lying down, not standing up free.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece.
Hello, blurry woman. Who looks like Fembot Sephiroth.
Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
Oh, we're going silent protagonist route, aren't we?
Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That.
Just try and focus, all right?
Come on, we all knew this was going to be my name in this game. Because it's the name of the streamer. Xenobears.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Hello, random civilian that we just woke up from a stasis pod. Here, take a gun. As we explore this unknown planet that looks awfully Earth-like. You just woke up, you don't know who you are, but I can surely trust you with an assault rifle. If you're ever stumped about where to go next, be sure to check any nearby places marked with an exclamation mark. Doing so should reveal the way forward, though an occasional excursion off the beaten path never hurts. You know what they say about all work and no play, after all. Alright, Primordia moved. Oh, shoulder button to jump. And sprint. Dang, we're mobile. You could really tell that they really wanted to work platforming into the game, into their games, even though they're RPGs. Just because they keep including jumping controls.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you?
Nah, I never read Hemingway.
L002, the ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth.
Please tell me more about this
Homeworld.
Urath.
Or rather,
Earth?
it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed.
Oh, that sucks.
Ring any bells?
Okay, you clearly just had a flashback.
It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Generally, you don't need 2 assault rifles worth of firepower, and how are you going to reload those? Target R. Draw weapon A while targeting. After you draw on your weapon with A, you'll automatically attack your opponent with a certain frequency, but only as long as you keep the enemy within your weapon attack range. Arts or special abilities your weapons give you access to. Select them with the D-pad and then press A to use one. You can set a maximum of 8 to your arts palette. After using art, it will be put on cooldown, taking time until you can use it again. Different arts have cooldowns at different lengths.
Attack from range. Follow me.
Strike! Targeted
Control hammer. Got him. Now blast him to bits. Flame grenade.
Okay, that's a big bug. Exterminated.
You're not half bad. There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know. Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
You know, soul voice prompts or instructions, suggestions, or requests that your party members call out in the heat of battle. Successfully responding to them triggers various useful boons. When an ally issues a soul voice prompt, arts on your palette which match the prompt's color will be highlighted. If you use an art that's highlighted, you will succeed in the prompt. You and the prompt issuer will regain some HP and receive a beneficial effect, and your affinity with that ally will improve. Oh, wrong button. Keep hitting the capture button when I mean to hit the select on this controller. Okay, melee attack and total melee attacks. Range. The higher a character's total melee attack and total range attack, the more damage you'll deal with auto attacks for arts and arts for a given weapon category. Attention art damage is instead governed by the potential stat. Affects the accuracy with the respective weapon category. If it's too low, your attacks will against some enemies may miss. Affects the amount of HP restored by soul voices, as well as the damage dealt with tension arts. If your combat strategy relies heavily on tension arts, it may be worth prioritizing your potential. Defense reduces overall damage you take. Similar, each resistance reduces damage from sources with that attribute. Higher values equals less damage taken. Evasion dictates likelihood of dodging. Stat mainly associated with characters, but it can be raised with augments and battle traits. Achievements can be thought of as medals. Menu, ground gear, weapons. Dear God. They throw the whole friggin' encyclopedia at you. Taunt draws attention to self. Decreases accuracy. Prevents starting from performing ranged attacks. Fatigue. Slow arts. There are a lot of status debuffs to memorize here. Alright, weapons power rating. Weapons TP rating is a value that broadly indicates how easy it will be to build up TP while fighting with it equipped. Keep an eye out on it when you want to build TP quickly. Proto Knife. Ooh, potential up and arts recover HP 1. Insufficient level. Oh, so I gotta be level 3 to equip it. And I'm level 1 currently, so I can't equip that. Gotcha. Hey, Scrub, here's some guns dropping off the first enemy in the game, but you're too scrubbly to equip it just yet.
You'll remember the day you
Engaging.
fought me.
Lay down some fire for me.
I'm punching a hole in you.
Slide. Splinter.
Assault hammer. Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Art acquired chrome
Let's move.
armor.
You'll remember the day you fought me. Fire. We'll catch you off guard.
Target in sight. Shadow strike.
Assault hammer. Flame grenade. Yes. Now tackle it up close. Well, ain't that a kick in the pants?
That guy dropped a lot. What the hell? Okay, so definitely worth it to go around killing everything I can.
Attack from range. Follow
Target
me.
in sight. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Shadow strike.
All or nothing.
I can't move.
Chrome armor.
I owe you one. Slide. Splinter.
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
We got him. Let's move.
I almost feel bad for the bugs because they don't seem to be that hostile. But they're ugly. Ball mosquito. Life pod. Field action succeeded. Okay. Which means I probably need to go over to this life pod and do the same thing. I couldn't do this earlier because I had the menu open, didn't I? Stone Patamus. Okay. I can take him.
Attack from range. Follow me.
Target in sight. Shadow
Flame
strike.
grenade. Assault hammer. Opportunity knocks. Topple him with gunfire. Chrome armor.
I owe you one. Slide. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Scream edge.
There's no substitute for real combat.
We got him. Let's move.
That was interesting. I probably won't be playing this too long tonight, but I do want to see how far I can get in just a couple hours. I've been hoping to play this for a while. Now, party, ground gear, proto knife. Iron knife. Proto assault rifle. Still not high enough level. Head. Prototype helmet. I'm level 2 now, so I can wear that. Gravity resistance is down, ooh, but physical resistance is up. Prototype sleeve L. Prototype sleeve R. Prototype pants. Alright, so basically this is a menu to let you transmog your equipment. I like that. That's a nice touch. Alright. Oh. Reduces cooldown. Inflicts topple. Cooldown. Hit scaling. The blaze. Deals 75% more damage to enemies inflicted with topple. Alright. So. First hit him with this, then hit him with the flame grenade. Gotcha. Let's take on another one of these things.
Attack from range. Follow me.
Target in sight. Scream and hit and destroy.
All
Move
or
in and
nothing.
strike.
Flame grenade.
Shadow strike. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Art acquired slit edge. Alright. As the old guide to console RPG cliches said, if you meet the Buddha in a random encounter, kill him. Landmark discovered. Shadow Rise.
Here I come, sunshine.
Let's see what you've got. Sliding slinger.
Assault hammer.
Shadow strike.
Flame grenade.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
All or nothing. There's no substitute for real
It
combat.
didn't feel like I was actually hitting the opponent because there was very little feedback. But obviously I saw the numbers going over him, so I was hitting him.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
Little unique coral looking trees. Fog lifting off the ground. Okay, we got some Jurassic Park shit happening now. Awesome. And some Avatar shit. And no, not Last Airbender Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar.
Pretty wild, huh?
Yeah.
They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
I think I'm still gonna hunt them down to near extinction. Okay, definitely getting James Cameron Avatar vibes out of this. And this is a really cool intro. Gives us the sense that this is a lush and vibrant world. Damn nice graphics for a Wii U game.
We call this planet Mira.
Of course, this is the touched up Switch version.
But it's our new home.
How lucky was it that we landed on a planet that actually has oxygen and supports Earth-like life?
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch
USA.
yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking.
I'm gonna follow Elma's advice here and take the high
That
road.
said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Because certain enemies you find on Mirror will attack you as soon as they detect you. You can tell an enemy's detection type by the icon next to their name. Note enemies with a level much lower than yours will not attack unprovoked. Not aggressive, no icon. Will not attack unless you attack it. Visual will react when you enter its field of vision. Auditory will react when you wander too close to it. If we want to reach the habitat before sundown, we need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. Sprinting is good for times when you need to get somewhere in a hurry or when you need to break out of an especially hairy situation. That's the white whale. Oh, hey. Hey, I want to talk to you. Talk. Talk.
Sir!
If you fall off the cliff, don't panic. Just head east until you reach the habitat and try not to engage any powerful enemies on the way. Alright.
Strike first and strike hard.
Okay, so you can sprint while fighting. Oh, and I'm level 3 now.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. Shadow strike. Now, melee attack.
All or nothing.
Move in and do some damage.
Flame grenade. There's no substitute
Let's move.
Alright, that's interesting. And my character is level 3 now, so I can upgrade my gun. And I upgrade my gun! Advanced Iron Knife 2. TP gain rating down, but power rating is up. 1369 to 1270. That 303. Alright. I have no idea what I'm doing for this game right now, so. Oh, wait. Alright. Do I want to try to take on the...
Attack from range. Follow me.
Target in sight. Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Got it. Now
Three
blast
man.
this bitch. There's no substitute for real combat.
We got him. Let's move.
Alright. Yeah, so far this has been pretty easy, but then again, Xenoblade games tend to start easy.
Attack from range. Follow me.
I hit it slightly too early.
Shadow strike.
Yes. Now tackle it up close. Assault hammer. Flame grenade. No rest. Step in and face the next one.
Upper hand. Slide. Image destroyed. Move in and strike.
Yes. Now tackle it
Now,
up
my
close.
turn.
I can push back.
Early bird.
Twist.
Now, melee attacks.
Always pays off.
Advanced Storm Assault Rifle, Advanced Storm of Avagar. I'm making pretty decent progress at leveling up. Although I get the feeling I'm not grinding quite enough. Oops.
Now, follow with a real bone
Now,
crusher.
it's my turn.
Twist.
Slide.
Assault hammer. Got it. Now blast them to bits. Chrome armor. Opportunity
burn.
knocks. Topple them with gunfire. Twist. No rest. Step in and face the next one.
Shadow strike. Nice.
push back.
Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Slide. Now, melee attacks.
All or nothing.
Image destroyed. Move in and strike.
Flame grenade.
Upper hand.
Art acquired Infuriate. I get the feeling I'm going to have a lot of stuff to sell when I get to town. Or I'm going to have to hoard all of this like I'm on a Discovery Channel show or something and hope it comes useful for crafting later. Unable to equip with current class. Okay, so those are class restricted. What about her? Her current iron blades, 374, 1682. I'm a drifter. All right. For right now, I think I'll focus purely on better raw stats because it's still early game.
You remember the day you fought me.
Let's see what you've got.
Why does it look like a giant crossbow? What is this, a Wookiee bowcaster? Oops, hit the button too fast.
Assault hammer. Now, follow with a real bone crusher. Infuriate. Opportunity knock. Gunfight. Chrome armor.
Shadow strike.
Okay. Oh, we got stuff over here. I do like that you get little call-outs to highlight where collectibles are in the field. Keep wanting to hit B to jump. Westgate Plain. And let's see where we're at.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The White Whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the West Gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Uh-oh.
Rexes. And they're riled. We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Sweet. Let's do it. Boss fight. Well, this one actually attacks my ability to do stuff. Weapons you can use on foot split between melee and range. You can switch between them with X. Can only attack it to tend to do more damage per hit. Can attack a range should hit multiple times, but damage per hit tends to be lower. When using art, you'll automatically switch over to the weapon that the art is associated with. Your melee weapon for the melee weapon arts, your ranged weapon for ranged weapon arts. Arts which are associated.
knock them off balance.
Slice!
Assault hammer! Done! Now blast them to bits! Flame grenade!
Shadow strike!
Chrome armor!
Strength comes from experience. That's true on anything.
Infuriate! Slit!
Upper hand! Slice! Image destroyed. Move in and strike.
No resting. Step in and face the next one. Slit!
Side slash!
Infuriate!
Shadow strike!
Chrome armor!
Slice! Image destroyed. Move in and
All or
strike.
nothing. Well, ain't that a kick in the pants?
Alright. Still pretty easy.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
I don't know. Have you seen my character's pupils? I don't think I'm exactly human. My first gold drop. Oh, classes. Changing classes. The player avatar is unique in being able to change their class to a more advanced one once they reach rank 10 in the current one. You can do this in main menu party classes. Party. Classes. Rank progress. Okay, let's save. Game saved. Elma is a full metal jaguar. Sounds like a more badass version of a Cooper. Man, days are short on this planet.
Thanks.
Oh, hello, you must be the new friend that Colonel Elma mentioned in her report. Having just woken up after all that time, I'm sure you're dying to get home and take a shower. Unfortunately, the west gate is closed at the moment. If you want to enter the city, you'll need to use the elevator at the top of the stairs. They'll probably open the gate soon, thanks to the great work you guys did killing the monsters that were causing all that trouble. But until then, you'll have to forgive the inconvenience. Please understand. The elevator is ready for use. So, Colonel Elma, huh? That's awfully high ranking for just somebody who's running around actually doing stuff personally. I don't know why it is in sci-fi. All the time you'll see very high-ranking officers doing grunt work that involves personal danger. And she's doing that in high heels? I just noticed the high heels.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beach spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may.
Okay, our
New
prologue
LA
mentioned
was
a
beautiful lie to ourselves.
hero who single-handedly turned the tide.
We would adrift,
Is that going to turn out to be our
heading into the
character?
unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
USA, motherfucker! All right.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our...
Are you counting me, or should we make that count 11?
...flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago,
all
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From political aide to Director General in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be Emperor by next month.
and a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
All right, Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew.
skeleton. Ha.
I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Irina.
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
So the 10 more survivors thing was just an outright lie. It was one survivor, and I'm the only person who counts.
There you are.
Are you a survivor who was found asleep in that life pod? I heard you faced a lot of indigents out there. It's like you rolled out of bed and onto a battlefield. Look, I'm no specialist, but if I were you, I'd worry that I pushed my body too far. You should head over to the administrative district for medical checkup, at the very least, some rest. I don't know what you intend to do now that you're here, but it can wait until you've taken care of yourself. I want... This package was meant to go to Blade Tower. It's the biggest building in town, so I don't know how you could mess that up.
Wow, let's see.
I heard gunshots and some sort of dying wail from the other side of the west gate. I guess one of the teams must have been fighting with an indigent? I really hope they finally took out the aggressive indigents that have been causing problems just outside the city, because in that case we should be able to reopen the west gate soon.
Sir.
Yeah, this gate's out of commission at the moment. Busted servos or something. Anyway, if you got business on the other side, it's gonna have to wait. Ooh, I like that skybox. Emergency landing. Go for the water landing, dude. Okay, that's just asking to run somebody over.
Damn it!
I want a giant robot. But I know there's going to be a lot of work involved into getting into one.
I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma.
Oh, God.
How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lin Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade. Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
I do like his armor.
You guys heading back to the barracks?
Little overcomplicated,
Yeah.
but...
Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Wow, poor Doug. Changing party members. You can change your active party member composition from main menu active members. There, you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party, or swap them around. Please note that there are times when you will not be able to change members. Affinity chart. The affinity chart notes the characteristics of all the people you meet, as well as their affinity connections to other people. You can check it from the main menu Intel Affinity chart. That's a little confusing. It looks like the kernel entry that the line going to the other person is what they think of the first person. Okay, so no opinion on Irina. Affinities mild for him, her. Oh, poor Doug. She just thinks of him as a dedicated scale test pilot. Yay.
Yep.
I work with data probes, and they still blow my mind. Can you believe those little sticks are going to find the life hold for us? It's amazing. I thought we were going to find me quarters.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Yep, I did have the title wrong.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the Industrial District, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, industries and stuff.
Alright, yep, there we go.
It's
Now
also
that
where
the
the West
touchscreen's
Gate
got
is
the right
located,
title attached.
remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the Administrative District, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the Commercial District.
Ooh, I like that car.
Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet.
It only took the destruction of Earth to solve LA traffic.
The residential district. Housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and
That does not look like nearly enough housing for a
If you're ever
bustling
looking
metropolis.
for quiet time alone, or want to relax and
That looks more
unwind with
like
good
a,
book, that's
you know,
the spot.
rich folk district.
right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the
That looks more like the kind of housing you'd
Nerd
expect.
Center, the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Futuristic attack helicopters? Neat.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear
Why
the
is
details
my
of
guy
how I found you,
scowling
I'm
so
sure.
hard?
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here.
The way my character's
That road
scowling,
there
it looks
wraps
like he
around
just
the left
smells
side
something
and leads
nasty.
right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Oh, but I want to check it out now. Affinity chart flunky. Landmark discovered. Blade tower. Ooh. Ooh, I like this one. And this one. I like the robot designs in general so far. Landmark discovered Armory Alley. Regina. We saw strange and unusual stuff my husband picks up out on the job. He's a Pathfinder, so he's always finding crazy space junk and whatnot. I don't have anything to show you right now, unfortunately, but check back later. He should be back in a little while with a new haul that'll blow your battle socks clean off. Why am I reminded of the one junk seller on the Thames in Xenogears?
Working hard?
The city's economy has finally sprung to life and customers are swarming to Armory Alley. I must admit, I'm worried about our future when we were attacked. I worried about our future when we were attacked by an unknown enemy and had to crash land in this dangerous world. But humans are tenacious creatures. It's hard not to appreciate that when you see the level of energy on display here. But I'd rather be part of this than a mere observer, so I better get back to work. Anybody can use that terminal there to purchase new weapons and protective wear.
What? Well...
After the horrible fate that befell Earth, some humans have come to resent all xenoforms. But as a scientist, I'm always eager to see examples of life forms who acquired intelligence through a different evolutionary path. From what I understand, they found ruins throughout the planet that suggest intelligent life existed here previously. I always relish opportunities to encounter the unknown. What about you? You cannot use this now. You cannot use this now.
Hey.
Alright, people, but remember that each of us bears the weight of humanity's very existence upon our shoulders.
Yes?
Oh, have you come to see the town helper? I'm sorry, what? You don't know who the town helper is? It's me, silly. I'm a mediator, but I started dabbling on the side. I teach weapon skills, offer equipment tips, deliver lost items, give life advice. Folks just started calling me the town helper. I kind of like it, to be honest. Real go-getter.
Great.
Oh man, nothing beats skelling through the wide open fields of Primordia. You guys gotta get your skill licenses post haste. Chop chop. Also, is skeleton a word? you turned the giant robot name into a verb. Nice.
What's wrong?
Trevor. The members of each division have their own responsibilities, but mine is primarily guard duty. Lately, there have been reports of dangerous indigents appearing near the entrances to the city. That's why we've sealed the gates and taken a defensive posture. We've tightened our guard to the extent that there's absolutely no chance of an indigent infiltrating the city. But now I hear that Elma and some new guy already slaughtered the Grex pack that prowled outside the west gate. So I guess we all ought to thank Team Elma for their successful counteroffensive.
Yes?
Eleonora? This is Mission Control. As a Blade, you can... Oh, I see that you haven't yet registered as a Blade, Xenobears. Well, if you do register and join the division, you'll be able to accept missions right here. I understand that you haven't yet decided what role you wish to play here in New LA, and that's fine. But I believe you would make a splendid Blade. Trust me, I've seen off countless Blades standing right here. I know talent when I see it.
Hey.
How the heck am I supposed to pull off this job by myself? It's madness! Madness! Hey, you want to come along and help? Any fool who's dumb enough to face his foe head-on won't live to make the same mistake twice. You must constantly move to stay in your opponent's blind spots. Attack your foe from the back. Attack it from on high or below. Anywhere but head-on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a critical hit. Do you understand? Do you not understand? Either way, repeat what I just said 1,000 times until it finally penetrates that thick skull of yours! Intense.
What?
You need money? Then get serious about completing missions. You can also search out collectibles or just defeat enemies and sell what you salvage from them.
Hey. Check this out.
Before we engage in a big bounty mission, the whole team always huddles around Arena and looks up our target in the enemy index. Once we've worked out our plan of attack, we head out and engage the foe. You can use your blade as your comm device to pull up information on any foe you fought previously. The battles here can be tough, so be sure to put your enemy index to good use. All right, I'd hate to lose you out there. It's a lot of auto-saving.
Yeah.
We may have failed to protect Earth, but I joined the Interceptors to prove that we could at least protect New LA, no matter what bait throws at us. No, as long as New LA doesn't become New Solaris.
Sir!
That's right. If you register your collectibles in your Collectopedia, you can earn rewards. That's at the core of what we do as curators.
Best of luck. Yes.
Oh, well, I'm a curator in Captain Eric's team. We're in charge of surveying Mira's biology. I've always had an affinity for animals and nature and stuff, so I'd like to think I'm pretty well suited to the job.
I appreciate it. Right.
Before I got picked for the White Whales crew, I was surveying new species of plants in the jungles of South America, blah, blah, blah. Now it's my responsibility to clarify, in a hurry, the effects that our new home's flora might have on humanity's future. And yeah, I have a military training. I might come from academia, but I'm be damned if I don't pull my own weight around here. Okay, my character has a superhuman jump.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Miss Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Alright.
Yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stage.
Kind of like that, he's either going to be the actually good all along, or he's going to be secretly evil.
I'll put on some tea.
He'll either be the big good or a secret bad guy. There is no in between.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And
Yeah.
he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin? It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
That's an awful grim start.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
A little on the nose for a name, but
Those
yeah.
of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission. Find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
not remembering
relatively
that
new
acronym.
organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
People. At least call them people, damn it.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Come on. We'll keep
Time
this
to
brief and
continue this
brief.
tour. Take a guided tour of the Blade Administrative District with Lynn and Elma and learn more about life as a member of Blade. Leave Blade Barracks. Track this mission? Track. Press R to display navigation panel at the bottom right of the screen. This will show the objectives of your currently tracked mission. You can press for target. Okay. Customization center. Cannot use this right now. Oh, screw you. Exit to the administrative district? Yes. More cutscenes!
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
I wonder why.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Okay, she sounds a little too excited. I like the scales too, but...
Now this guy gets it.
Yes!
Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The
Yes.
lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here. 1 sec.
Lynn.
Oh, right.
Okay,
Sorry.
that would totally be me. I'm sorry. If I was in an
Originally,
alien
scales were
world with
developed as
these
a
giant
defensive
robots,
measure
that would be
to
me.
counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
This is the game telling you you
I'm
better
sure
work
you're
to
thinking
get your
weird why I
giant
signed up for
robot.
the test, but it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
In other words, you're going to have to do a crap
So
ton
what
of
do you say?
missions.
If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Yes.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
I do love that they show it off in the distance so you can recognize it easily, even if they also provide the marker. Defense Secretary Nagi came out to greet the new guy personally?
We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks.
Oh, I do have
Anyone
control
with
of
a
the camera.
request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout Console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey,
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
Alright.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Alright.
Hey.
Alright, people, remember that each was... Oh, yeah, okay. I've already heard that bit.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, right, the door. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Okay, listen, the reason I got this game in the first place was, well, giant robots. And it being an RPG by a team that made a lot of other RPGs I really liked. Like Xenosaga.
So yeah, Blade
Xenogears.
Tower.
And
When we
Xenoblade
come
Chronicles
here,
1,
it's
2, and
usually
3.
to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
Vandam?
Government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chosan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough.
Oh no, I want to
We're not
join
here
Blade.
make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not.
Oh, come on. The reason I'm
Now
playing
that
this
you've
game.
seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Damn, $5,000 just for taking the tour? Money must not go far. You just woken up, so you must be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused by anything, you can check the tips. Bam. New to Paddock, near an archives. New to Paddock, control guide. Seriously, is the gravity here like the moon's? Because that's way too high a jump. Yes, we will go to the Blade barracks. We will join Blade because I want to pilot a damn giant robot. As soon as humanly possible.
Honey, we're home.
Oh, God.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Me?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course.
And I volunteer. Come on, let's go.
Coerce anyone.
Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
I knew you'd make the right choice.
I just wanted to see what the other option would
Welcome
be.
to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Besides, it's not like I was offered any other career opportunities in this burg. I need to go where the work is.
Let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probe. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed.
Oh, we're gonna install
So for
Big
this
Brother
first
probes.
exercise,
Great.
You'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yep.
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe.
We're gonna track this mission. Chapter 2, The New Frontier. Space, the final frontier. I just walk over the wall and straight into the room. It is kind of funny.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour pro baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Yeah, if it was the West Gate, I would have said, hey, maybe it's because of us. But no, East Gate we haven't been to yet, so it can't have been us. Now, before I go anywhere, main menu map segments. All right. Prototype bodywear. This is better in every possible conceivable way. Oh, wait. Still a drifter. I wonder if the Drifter broadcast will be playing this game at all. Although he usually sticks to XCOM stuff, so. Random sci-fi plugs.
Hey,
I killed an indigene the other day and a weapon popped out of its belly. Now I will wield it in combat to honor the comrade that monster ate.
Hey.
Apparently Nelson's team's gone missing. They had planned to install a number of data probes and then come straight back to the city. What could have happened to them? I don't know what sort of foe they ran into, but let this be a lesson. You have to be careful when you're exploring.
Hey. Yes?
Why not get used to battling indigens by fighting some Ovies? The place is lousy with them, after all. Unlike Rexes and other more ferocious indigens, Ovies won't even attack you unless you hit them first. It makes them useful as training dummies. Another piece of advice, don't mistakenly pick a fight with any of the dangerous creatures near, say, Ram Lake to the north. Numerous skilled interceptors have fallen to the indigens in that area. As noble a goal as protecting the city is, it's not worth risking your life like that. If you ever catch the eye of one of those indigens, just turn and run away. But one day I will have the stats to take them. Or the giant robot.
Here I come, sunshine.
engaging.
Locked and loaded.
Lay down some fire
Oh.
for me.
I've got your cover fire.
Shadow strike.
Okay, for a second I thought I targeted something that was level 23.
Sliding splinter. Not balance.
Slit! Assault hammer! Done! Now blast him, bitch! Infuriate! Chrome armor! Slit! Yes! Now tackle it up close!
Side slash.
Opportunity not.
I'll topple.
Top up gunfire!
Scream
tackle it up close.
Appendage down. Weaken him and lay it. Fire possible.
Right. This'll work best.
Upper hand. Suck
Now
nice.
let's go find
Move in
an
and do
opponent
some
that's
damage.
worth our time.
Nice work.
Lepix Elastic Cell. Alright.
Attack from range. Follow me.
Pepper fire.
Shadow strike. Suck nice. Move in and do some damage.
Infuriate. Total armor.
Move in and strike.
All or nothing.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
Hurt
Well down.
pretty bad.
Slide. Splinter.
So this is the end.
Shadow strike.
Well
Now, melee attacks. Side
Okay,
Appendage down. Weaken him.
can I switch to another character?
slide. Splinter. Scream edge.
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Alright. That was a mistake on my part to initiate that fight. The way I did. But I also need to level up some more. Clearly.
You remember the day you fought.
You're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
This will knock them off balance. Yes. Now tackle it up close. Flame
Move in
grenade.
and do some damage.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Nice work.
Alright. Man, enemies seem to either be like
You're off guard.
instant kill easy or
This will knock them off balance. Flame grenade.
Side flash.
Infuriate. Flame.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
Now let's go find an opponent that's
alright.
worth our time.
Art acquired. Recuperate. That seems like one I'm gonna want to level. Party. Arts. Recuperate. And continually restores HP. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Upgrade. To reduce cooldown. Upgrade. Yes, healing arts are stuff I will always prioritize. It's always good to have a healing option on hand. Yeah, in some games healing can be incredibly underpowered, but still useful.
It's on now. Close the distance.
Now it's my turn.
Opportunity knock.
How tall? Side target destroyed. Move in and strike.
There's no substitute for real combat.
You're turning into a fine
All
boy.
right.
I'm proud of you.
It's on now. Close the
Now
distance.
it's my turn.
Assault hammer.
Scream ahead.
Flame
Unit
grenade.
destroyed. Move in and strike. Slide. Slither. Such strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
All right. Worn titanium forge. Power rating's double what I got, but the TP gain is absolute garbage. But it's a beam instead of physical, too. Unable to equip with current class. Alright. I need to increase my class rank.
They're off guard. Stack with melee attack. Shadow strike.
This will knock them off balance. Stop. Now blast them with this. Yes. Now tackle it up close. There's no substitute for real combat.
We got him. Let's move.
Born survival torse. Yeah, the OVs are really easy targets, aren't they? Cran jelly. Cranberry jelly? Hey, a fuel tank.
Shadow strike. Fire carnival.
Assault hammer. Got it. Now blast them with this. Flame
Side
grenade.
slash.
Alright.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Let's keep it up.
Just kind of feel bad for the OVs at this point. Although now that I'm level 7, how do I track how close I am to ranking up a class? Rank progress.
It's on now. Close the distance.
Shadow strike.
Push back.
Fire carnival.
Sometimes move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Opportunity knock. Topple them with gunfire.
Scream edge.
Off balance. All right. I'm ready to unload on it. Focus your mind and put up an aura.
Upper hand.
Chrome armor.
Shadow just 2 more hits.
Best.
Where'd they all come from?
Home armor.
Thanks a bunch.
The hell? We got company.
Oh, a second one joined in?
Leave this to me.
Okay, let's respawn now. I got my butt kicked. Alright, that was weird. So yeah, I didn't do enough healing.
It's on now. Close the distance.
Move in and do some damage.
Flame grenade.
Lay down some cover fire. Fire carnival.
Home armor. Infuriate. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's my turn. Slide.
See, and this one's going down much faster, much easier.
I owe you one.
Focus your mind and put up an aura.
Upper hand.
Off
Nice.
balance.
Move in and do some damage. This force.
Alright.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
So, Lepixes will help each other out when they get close. They'll link up.
It's on now. Close the
Lay
distance.
into it.
Slide now. Melee attacks. Extreme edge. Shatter force.
Respect.
Yes. Hit him again for me.
Side slap nice. Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Off balance. Ah, I need healing.
I owe you one. Use an aura. Get control of
Flame
the battle.
grenade.
Slide. Splinter.
Don't give them time to breathe. Home armor. Infuriate.
Touch me up. Shadow strike. Upper hand.
Home armor.
I owe you one.
Trash talk. Fire carnival.
I'm in trouble. Heal me. Slide. Splinter.
There's no substitute for real combat.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Man, that one took a lot of damage on that one.
Slide.
Oh, hit the button too early.
Do some damage. Shadow strike.
All or nothing.
Wild jet.
Extreme
Now
edge.
blast
Oh, thermal payload. Born survival souls. That seems like an interesting upgrade. Topple. Okay, it's got more interesting abilities, but my defense goes down with it. 9. I'm almost to rank 10. I want to get that class up before I continue to the plot point.
Yes. Now tackle it up close. Off balance. Boom on. Assault hammer. Done. Now blast it. All right. I'm ready to unload on them. The hell?
I'm waiting to fill the secondary.
I need healing. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's my turn.
Recuperate. Chrome armor.
Move in and do some damage.
Well, ain't that a kick as
Okay, that went much more smoothly. And I'm rank 9, Eastgate, BC.
It's on now. Close the distance. Assault hammer. Flame grenade. Right. This'll work best now.
Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Opportunity knocks. Top of it with gunfire.
Early bird.
Recuperate. There's no substitute for real combat.
We got him.
All
Let's
right.
move.
I almost feel sorry for these guys, but
Move in and do some damage. Shadow strike.
All or nothing. Now, follow the real bone crush.
Side slash.
Flame grenade. Recuperate. Focus your mind and put up an aura. Let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
ooh,
Nice work.
busted headwear. Oh. Never mind. Considerably worse than what I got. It really was busted, but not in the fun way.
Oh, what? They've seen us.
Yes. Now tackle it up close. Assault hammer. Flame grenade.
Thermal payload.
Move in and do some damage.
All or nothing. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Now it's my turn.
Hit him again for me.
Upper hand.
Trash chuck.
Slip.
Slide.
Chrome armor.
Move in and do some damage.
Infuriate.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and
Let's go
strike.
find an opponent that's worth our time.
We got him. Let's move.
Okay, lots of level ups on that one. Alright, party. Classes. Focus damage buffs, provides bonuses, melee accuracy, range accuracy, and evasion. You're going to go in guns blazing, mixes offensive and defensive arts, and provides HP and melee attack bonuses. Well balanced and suited for beginners. Long swords and assault rifles. Dual swords, dual guns. Knives and ray guns. I think I'm going to go with the striker. Class is more advanced, and the drifter can learn skills which provide various effects just by being equipped. Different classes have different skills they can learn. Attaining rank 10 in any of the final stage classes allows you to master that class's weapons. Mastering a class's weapons allows you to use those weapons and any associated arts even when using a different class. Samurai Gunner and Duelist. Bastion Warrior, Shield Trooper. Okay, so the one girl's a Shield Trooper, and the evolved form would be a Bastion Warrior. I'm probably going to go Samurai Gunner and Duelist. I don't have any equipment that works with... Okay, so the Advanced Storm Assault Rifle 2 still works. Insufficient level. Oh, because I'm level 7, not level 8. Okay. So I'll be able to equip the better boots here in a little bit. But for now, let's test this class out before I... What the fuck is that thing? That looks like some Tyrannid time stuff.
What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
I have no idea what those things are.
Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
No, it looks like a freaking
Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any
looks
other
like a cross between the walking graboids
There's only
from
one explanation. That
Tremors
Sinicula
and...
is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago. But it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
Yeah, all I know is we got Tyrannid High
I can't believe
tyrants
there's a tyrant
shit
right
here.
on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't
Ultralisk
forget why
looking
they sent us here in
motherfucker.
the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. The Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some Tyrants will actually register as low rank when you find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all. As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Damn!
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Alright. So at least it's not throwing me straight into the combat. Engage I support and equip your best before charging in, so double check all weapons and gear. Make sure your arts are ready and leveled up. Okay, that's the first step to being a combat master. Defeat Volkampf, the Pursuer. Destroying appendages. You can aim your attacks at particular parts of your enemies. Reducing an appendage health gauge to 0 will destroy it. You can change the part you aim at with R plus Y or A. Additionally, destroying appendages before defeating an enemy may yield additional rewards in the battle spoils.
How is this even remotely fair?
Attack from range.
Target fire!
Shadow strike!
All or nothing.
Side slash! Scream edge!
Flame grenade. Rising blade. Yes. Now
Upper
tackle
hand.
it up close. Infuriate.
Sliding slinger!
Infuriate.
Side slash!
Rising blade. Yes. Now tackle it up close.
Who cares how big they are? First rate of fire!
Upper hand!
Now, follow the wheel bone crusher. Infuriate. Rising blade. Assault. Ah!
Slide!
I need healing.
Come in and do some damage!
Off balance.
Scream edge! That could have done it. Move in and keep the rhythm going! Shadow strike!
Flame grenade.
You want anything?
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a Frontier Nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder.
We really
contains
are
the
the
probe
aliens
itself.
landing in a UFO here. We're probing the
Bottom half
planet.
is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See, at the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Frontier Nav probe sites, or effing sites for short, are optimal locations to plant data probes. Placing one will reveal segment recon for the surrounding segments. You can go to the main menu map segments to see which segments contain Frontier Nav probe placement spots. I'm Lau, a Pathfinder. If we're going to grow the Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. To plant one, simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. Now all that's left is to report back to base. But first, I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a skell. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a tyrant, is pretty risky, so be careful about such things in the future, eh? Segment Recon shows the details of the tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these increases your survey rate. If there's a segment recon task still to address at your current location, a yellow hexagonal area will be displayed in your minimap. This is known as the segment marker. The segment marker indicates the borders of the segment you're currently occupying. You can also go to the main menu map segments, then select the segment and press R to manually display the segment marker for that particular segment on the minimap. Manually set segment markers will be displayed as a blue hexagonal area even when you're outside their borders.
Didn't have to be like this.
Infuriate!
Fire Carnival!
Blade!
That's my dance. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Let's pack some more punch. Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Nice work.
Good. More practice. Attack from range. Follow me.
Appreciate it.
All or nothing.
Side
Got it. Now blast with a bit. Yes. Now tackle it up close. There's no substitute for real combat.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
So how's my classes doing? I still need more schooling. I'm only at 28 out of 60. Did not mean to target him. I meant to jump. But I hit the wrong shoulder button. Aha! I found vehicle wreckage. Segment recon complete. Primordia survey rate 2.84%.
first and strike hard.
Shadow strike!
Now, follow the real bone strike.
Watch me lay in.
Flame grenade! Infuriate!
Suck nice! Move in and do some damage!
All or nothing!
Side slash! Slide! Splinter!
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Let's keep it up.
Advanced Survival Glove R.
Attack from range.
Target
Follow
in
me.
sight! Scream edge!
Infuriate!
Shadow strike!
All or nothing! Yes! Now tackle it up close.
Watch me lay in.
Flame grenade! Assault hammer! Hard work always pays off.
Hephaestus the Absconder appears during the night. Level 25. Leave him the fuck alone. He is way beyond our pay grade right now. Yep, leave those alone because they are way above our pay grade too.
They've seen us.
Attack from range.
Early bird!
Follow me.
Pepper fire.
Move in and keep the rhythm going!
That got it. Let's pack some more punch. Flame grenade!
Watch me lay in.
Rising blade!
Slide! Splinter!
Infuriate!
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Trash talk.
Infuriate!
Iron strike.
Rising blade!
Upper hand!
Almost down.
Shadow
Flame
strike!
grenade!
Slide nice! Move in and do some damage!
Fire carnival.
Rising blade! Yes! Now tackle it up close.
Flame cloak.
Appreciate it! Primer! Tough!
Trash talk.
Pretty bad.
Side slash!
Assault hammer!
Thermal light! Move in and do some damage!
Watch me lay in.
I'm punching a hole in you.
Shadow strike! I
I
should
think
heal up
I've hit my
first.
limit. Heal me.
Scream edge!
Oh, dang it. I wasn't expecting that to come up
Suck nice!
so
Move in
quickly.
and do some damage!
Fire carnival.
Rising blade! Yes! Now tackle it up close.
Watch me level up. Thinking my pussy got better.
Ooh. Significant weapon attack power upgrade. Let's see. -5 to a bunch of different categories. And 1 defense, 7 defense, and no. Why does it look like I have a robot arm now? I'm the Winter Soldier. Alright, let's progress the plot a little bit before I have to sign off for the night. Because I've got stuff to do. Darn real life, it can be so inconvenient. Although I am looking forward to being able to play more of this in the coming weeks.
Great.
And Vandam and Nagi.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
10 grand. That only rewarded me twice as much as the frickin' Tour the City mission? Alright. I am gonna call it for the night here. Because I've got stuff that I need to do. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the stream. I look forward to streaming this game a lot more in the near future. And I will see y'all next time on the Xenobears Plays Xenoblade Chronicles X streams. Ta-ta for now.